Well, we're back to discuss
Rock the Kasbah.
yeah. We're back to discuss Rock the Kasbah. And if you saw our review, we enjoyed it. We sort of didn't know how to talk about it in the review without going into a whole lot of detail because it starts out as one thing and turns into another. It starts out as, he's kind of this Bill Murray's like a down on his luck travel scout or talent scout, and he's taking Zooey Deschanel on the USO
He was eager
tour.
to boast to everyone about all the talent he's signed up and done very well over the years. So it turns out to be just a bunch of BS mostly.
Well, yeah, and of course it is. And, I mean, he takes her over there, and we see her perform before they leave, and she's terrible.
Yeah.
And that, drunk guy in the bar is the one that sends him on this wild goose chase.
Mm-hmm.
But then she steals his passport and his money and gives it to Bruce Willis, who smuggles her out of the country before...
And that's the end. That's a bit of a surprise. That's all we see of her.
Yeah, I knew she was going to be gone fairly early. I knew that part. But I didn't know that, that whole subplot with Kate Hudson it's just kind of there.
Yeah.
And I wasn't sure where that was going to go, and because it doesn't really go anywhere. It's just sort of another...
It's just there.
...person, but...
It almost seems like it's just to add absurdity to...
Well, and she's important to figuring out that the ammunition doesn't work. She's the one that finds that out and calls
she calls him, yep.
So, that eventually starts making sense. And they have that humorous thing where, they find him in, her bed the next morning,
all tied up
with makeup and a wig on.
And a diaper.
But then he finds the Afghan girl who he tries to persuade them to let her be in the contest. They won't let her go. She sneaks aboard the taxi, and then she competes in the round, and then they take her back, and they manage to keep her in, and then she goes on and performs in the finale or whatever. And yeah, once that plot starts, it's it's like a second
It becomes
story.
that now, yeah.
Yeah.
In that sense, it's almost like a road movie in that you make a left turn and that's where you're going to be going now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I forget, how long did they tell him it was going to take to get the passport?
Oh.
A week?
I thought they could get it within days. Yeah, within days. The temporary
the embassy
one?
said. And I thought the embassy was
Oh, 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
I think it was, yeah.
Did all this happen in 2 weeks?
I guess so.
Or did he just, stop caring about it at some point and decided to keep helping him?
Well, there was that point where he was not going to help her and he was just going to, head back to Kabul. And then
that's right.
I think that was when it changed for him, was he realized that... And there's this one really cool scene, I think, is when Bruce Willis is driving and Bill Murray gets out, and he's got to rethink here because he could be in a lot of danger if he makes the right decision by honoring being her manager and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's really cool. Bill Murray walks out as if he's just wandered into the desert, but he's thinking, and he turns back, and they have this big long conversation where he basically just confesses that he's never really done that much at all in his life, and he's really going to stick with this. And it's all done in one take. I thought that was a cool, little cool shot. But then after that, I don't think he cares about the passport and just getting
that makes sense.
It's not just about him after that.
Yeah, it's when he's having the conversation about he's got the tickets and she's like, you gave your word and
that's it. Yeah,
all that kind of stuff. And that sends him back. And then he does the negotiation, which it's funny that he does the negotiation. I'm not sure how I feel about how they played that off,
just glossing over it.
Yeah, just the guy shot him and he survived, but obviously from what you can hear,
it just fades out.
Everybody died. Everybody that was on the opposing side must have been shot down.
Yeah,
the guy that shot Bill Murray is dead for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
And you hear Bruce Willis say, "Do you want to see how some more ammo works?"
Yeah. Well, yeah, I know, right? That was something that really would have been extremely violent, but it's just glossed over. And so's Kate Hudson being the hooker thing. I don't think someone that's done that would be so jovial a person, you know?
Right.
But so there's a lot of stuff that is totally glossed over, but they never try to go too dark at any point in the movie.
Yeah.
Even though you kind of like, you know, there's an IED going off, and that you know, obviously that evokes bad news.
Yeah, it's a really odd, like, they managed to get it right, but it's like the tone is so
just kind of dances around, right? It's
so close to just going bad, but they never. And on the other side of it, it's never like that IED blowing up could have been played for laughs, and it sort of is, like when he's just sort of wandering around.
Yeah, he's just bewildered after that.
You know, that sort of thing, but like it never quite goes like slapstick with any of it.
No. And I'm sure they had big conversations about that, like tone wise, how do you do that?
Yeah.
You know, they want that in the story, but they don't want the story to become just a tragedy kind of thing. So it's,
yeah. And that's another thing about having a really good comic actor, is that they can dial in that correct level of tone where
and see, that's where I think Bill Murray in like many different movies, he can be totally crazy funny, but he can also be kind of like, obviously he can do drama and stuff, but he can also do that in between thing, where almost droll, but not overplaying it, where
sure know. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, and he can be the saddest, most depressing character in a movie too.
Yeah, like
his character in Rushmore is just like super dark and sad, and
I'm still thinking like that movie wouldn't work without Bill Murray.
No,
there's so much hinges on his reactions, and you know, you're kind of
and it's like his age is important too. Like it wouldn't work with a younger actor.
Yeah, and they play on that. Yeah,
like it would just come across as, you know, some sort of Superman type of thing, like this guy that just can't get hurt or whatever, and instead it's just no one really takes him that seriously, because he's just this old American guy.
Yeah.
But
yeah, it's good.
Yeah, it's decent. It's decent. Yeah, I can't put my finger on, like, it's not really a comedy, it's not really a drama, it's just sort of...
It's a film.
It's a story, and Bill Murray's in it, and it's enjoyable to watch. And that's really about it. So, that's Rock the Kasbah. If you like the way we do these, please like the video, subscribe, check out all the written and video reviews at dalemaxfield.com, and thanks for watching.